I had my bat mitzvah. I became a bat mitzvah when I was 12, and I wanted to. My father was, I mentioned before, is an excellent Torah reader, and he taught my older brother before me for his bar mitzvah. And I just assumed that 11 the year before, like my brother had at 12, we would start our weekly Saturday afternoon lessons, and that was a pretty radical thing for an Orthodox community in St. Louis circa 1989, because most girls, their bar mitzvah consisted of a party at a hotel where they gave a speech, and I definitely didn't want that. I definitely wanted to learn how to read Torah and lead davening, lead services, and speak. And when our synagogue denied us that, being able to do that on a Rosh Chodesh, on the Jewish New Month, on a Sunday morning, we rented out Washington University's Hillel. I grew up in St. Louis, and we created our own service with women only, except for my family members. The men were behind a mechitza, behind a barrier, and it was just my dad, my brothers, and my uncles, and everybody else in the room was women. And we followed a certain sort of rule about what could or couldn't be recited. But I spent a whole year studying with my father in preparation for that on Saturday afternoons, learning how to read Torah and learning how to lead services and study in order to write a Dvar Torah, a speech about the portion and the concept of Rosh Chodesh, which is when I had the bat mitzvah. And I would say that was fundamentally life-altering for me, the empowerment that I felt. It was what B'nai Mitzvah should be, what isn't for most people, which is it empowered me to take hold of Judaism for myself. And I can still remember those lessons, and I still remember the pressure that I felt to do a good job, because my dad was a very serious teacher, and there was no getting around. There was no like, it was like you gave 100% with him, or then some. And I remember the day and what it felt like to dance with my mom at the brunch afterwards, and how influential she was in that process for me of becoming a Jewish woman, and watching her and trying to sort of emulate her behavior. And so that, I would say, was probably the most powerful, youth experience that I had, because it really did shape a lot of my commitments today.